Okay, so as I mentioned, today is going to be a review. And the first one, we can talk about minutes, time, using the clock. So who would like to tell me what time it is? Martina, can you tell me time in Poland?
Let's say 15 minutes to 3.
Close, but if we want to get more exact, that's a good estimate, like approximate, but maybe we could also say 36 minutes past 2, or four, maybe makes more sense to say 14, or what is it, 16? 16 to 3. So you could either add or you can subtract if you want to say 2. Typically, to be honest, I usually just say, 9:37, 9:36. So yeah, but both answers work. And Tommy, can you tell me the time where you are?
Is nine past 23.
9 past. Can you tell me the time with the numbers, please?
Is 8:37.
It's 8:37. Okay, so you could say it's 37 minutes past 8, but that's very long. Or you can say 23 minutes to 9. But both of those are long, so normally I would just say 8:37. Okay? Any questions? I think we just learned this one, telling the time. And then on this page, we can continue to practice the timing. So who would like to ask a question asking what time it is using one of the clocks? Maybe Rose, can you please ask Anna what time it is in number, and you can choose the number.
Excuse me, what time is this in number 6?
It's E 4:35.
So close. And number 6, if you see, it says it is 3:35 because it's 35 minutes past 3. Or if you want to go backwards, you could say it is 25 minutes to 4. So Anna, can you try reading this one again, please?
It's E 3:35 or 20 to 4.
25 to 4, yes. Okay. And then Anna, can you please ask Martina a question?
Excuse me, what time is in number 9?
It's 9:45. So if 10:15.
Close. So it still looks like it's not yet 10 o'clock. So it's closer to a 9:15, because I see the arrow hasn't passed the 10 yet, so it's still 9. And then Martina, last one, can you please ask Tommy a question?
Excuse me, what time is it in number 7?
Maybe I can help a little. So if you look at the clock, Tommy, if it is on the left hand, if the long arrow is on the left hand, then you have to say 2. So in number 7, the long arrow is on the left hand. So it is blank to blank. Can you fill in the blanks?
I don't know.
Okay. Can you tell me, looking at the clock, just what time it is normally with numbers? Okay, let's see. So on the clock, it is 11:55 because the arrow, the small arrow, is past 11. So that's why it's 11. And then the long arrow is also on 11. And 11 is 55 minutes. So that's how we got 11:55. Tommy, do you want to try again?
It's 11:55.
Yes. So that's one way to say it. Or you could say, with this example, it is 5 minutes to noon. So there's 5 minutes left until noon, 5 to noon. Any questions? Who would like to read this page? Rose?
How often do they go to the sports center? They always go to the sports center. How often do you go to the library? I sometimes go to the library. How often does she go to the shopping mall? She never goes to the shopping mall.
Yes, good job. Okay. Does anyone here go to the shopping mall?
Yes.
And do you go often, sometimes, never? Or not never, you go, but how often?
Let's say rarely because not often.
Yeah. Anyone else go to the shopping mall? Okay. So next page. In pairs, practice asking and answering the question, how often do, does. So who would like to go first to ask a question? So for example, you would ask, how often does Katie play basketball? If you look in the table, Katie always plays basketball because there's 2 check marks over here in the table. Always, and then basketball and Katie. So who would like to practice? Yes, Martina?
How often does Billy play football?
And who would you like to answer? You can choose anyone.
Tommy?
And Tommy, are you able to answer the question? How often does Billy play football?
He never played football.
Yes. Okay, and then can you ask a question to anybody in the class?
How often does Ben play basketball?
And who are you asking to answer?
She's Rose.
She he's sometimes plays basketball.
Good job. So he sometimes plays basketball, yes. And then Rose, can you please ask Anna a question?
How often does Jenny play football?
She sometimes plays football.
Yes, he sometimes plays football. Good job. Any questions? Okay, in this next section, we're going to review on, in, and at. So who would like to read the on box? Martina?
Days on Monday, days on the 10th, on April 3rd, specific days, my birthday, days, plus parts of day on Sunday morning.
Yes, good job. Okay, and then who would like to read at, the at box? Yes, Rose?
Us how us 12 o'clock past of the day at noon at night at lunchtime holiday with about day as Christmas at time at presses at breakfast.
Good job. Thank you. And then who would like to read the inbox? Martina?
Months, years. In January in 2023, parts of the day in the morning, seasons in summer, and holidays in the Christmas holidays.
And then on this page, can I ask Anna to please try filling in each of the sentences?
Oh, Emma's birthday is in March. I always have lunch at 1 o'clock. That never works. Oh, on Saturdays, we sometimes go to the beach in hours. You never watch TV on Mondays. The children always go to bed at 9 o'clock. They often go caroling at Christmas. We get up at 6 o'clock.
Good job. So all good. Number 7, you could say they often go caroling on Christmas because Christmas is a specific day. So yeah, you would say on Christmas.
On Christmas.
If instead of Christmas, it was like 9 o'clock or a place, then you could say they often go caroling at 9 o'clock. Yeah, so good job. And then we're going to review the verb to be. Tommy, can you please read this page?
I am, I'm swimming, I'm not swimming. He, she, it is, he's, she, it's. He's surfing. He isn't surfing. Or he's not swimming. Are you, they, we, do, they, are, we are, you are, they are, we are sailing, they are water skiing, or they are not water skiing.
Yes, good job. And Martina, can you read this page, please?
Are you reading? Yes, I am. No, I'm not. He, she, it. Is the monkey eating the sandwich? Yes, it is. No, it isn't. Or no, it's not. We, you, they. Are they eating? Yes, they are. No, they aren't. Or no, they are not.
Yes, good job. Easy so far, right? This is all stuff we've learned. Okay. And then on this page, who would like to practice asking a question and who would like to answer the questions? Rose, would you like to ask the question? And then Anna, can you please answer the question?
What are they doing?
They are playing football.
We can keep going, Rose.
What is he doing?
What?
He is singing.
Can you say what?
What
What is he doing?
what is he doing?
Is, can you say is?
Is
What is he doing?
what is he doing?
He is singing.
What is she doing?
She is reading books.
That's good job. And who would like to read this page? Martina?
My name is Rico and I am from Japan. I live with my parents, my 2 brothers, and our grandparents. We all get up early every morning. After breakfast, my brother feed our chickens and collect the eggs. Dad and Grandpa pick rice and vegetables in the garden, and I help Mom and Grandma to water the flowers and plants. My brothers and I walk to school. We have lessons in the morning, and then it's time for lunch. After lunch, we brush our teeth, and then we go back to class. In the evening, my family cooks dinner together. All our food comes from garden. We play games or watch TV after dinner. At bedtime, Mom helps us to get our mattresses out. We keep them in a cupboard during the day so that we have space to play in our rooms.
Good job. Perfect. Has anyone here visited Japan? No, me neither. I haven't been, but I would like to. And then who would like to answer the questions? Maybe Tommy, can you try answering the questions? I can go back to the other page too.
What is her name? Where is she from? She is. Her name is Riko, and she from Japan.
She's from Japan, or she is from Japan, right?
She is from Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Who does she live with? She lives with his. She lives with her parents.
Yeah, she lives. There's an S at the end, right? Of live, lives.
She lives with her parents and two brothers and her grandparents.
Yes.
Do they get up early every morning? Yes, she does.
So you could say yes, they do, because
Yes, they do.
yes.
What does her brother do after breakfast? After breakfast, her brothers feed our chickens and collect the eggs. What Dad and Grandpa do after breakfast? They pick dry and vegetable in the garden. What does she do after breakfast? She helps her mom and her grandma to water the flowers and plants. How do they go to school? They walk to school. What do they do in the morning at school? They have lessons in the morning. After lunch. After lunch, they brush their teeth and then they go back to class. What does she do with her family in the evening? In the evening, her family cooks dinner together. What does her mom do at bedtime? Her mom helps us to get our mattresses out.
So that one, her mom helps them get their mattresses out.
Her mom helps them to get our mattresses out.
So still, it's not our because you're talking about them. So you would say,
There.
can you do the sentence one more time?
There.
Yes. So their mom helps them get the mattresses out.
Why do they keep the mattresses in a cupboard during the day? They keep them in a cupboard during the day so that we have space to play in our rooms.
So that they have space to
So
play in.
that they have space to play in their rooms.
Yes. Good job. Really good job. It's a lot of questions. So Okay. And then Anna, can you please read this page? Rose can do the next one.
I'm Ivan. And I am from Russia. I live with my mom, my dad, my grandma, and my sister. Our house is in a small village. Mom and dad go to work every day, so grandma closes after the house. Grandma makes my breakfast every morning. I usually have bread and tea with honey. Then I walk to school with my friend. I have lessons all morning, but when we need a break, we stop working and do some exercises. Lessons finish at lunchtime and I go home. I take my shoes off before I go into the house. We always wear slippers indoors. After lunch, I ride my bike and then I do my homework. When dad coming home,
That
when
come
dad come home, he works in the garden. I usually help him. We grow vegetables and fruits that makes both both boxes and furniture with wood. He's very clever. In the evenings, I read book. I read and watch TV. I go to bed at 9 o'clock. I'm always very tired after my busy day.
good job. Really good job. And then Rose, do you want to answer the questions, please?
What is his name? Where is he from? His name is Ivan. He from Russia.
So this country is Russia. Russia.
Russia.
Yes.
Who does he live with? Where is their house? He live with his mom, his dad, his grandma, and his sister. Uh, that's how it's in a small village.
So you would say, where is their house? Yes, their house is in a small village. Can you try one more time?
The house is in a small village.
Yes.
Who looks after his house? Uh, his grandma looks after the house. Who makes his breakfast every morning? Uh, his grandma makes his breakfast every morning. What does he always have for breakfast?
So this word, usually, not always, right?
Yes. What does he usually have for breakfast? Uh, he always have bread and tea. Uh, he's always have bread and tea with honey.
So the question though is, what does he usually have? Remember, usually. So he usually has bread and tea with honey. Not always, usually.
He usually have breakfast, uh, uh, bread and tea with honey.
Yeah, so the question is, what does he usually have for breakfast? He usually has bread and tea with honey. Can you try answering one more time?
He usually have breakfast. Uh, he usually have bread and tea with honey.
Yes, so you would just say he usually has bread and tea with honey. Okay?
Okay.
And okay,
What does he do after having breakfast? Mm, he walks to school with his
friend.
friend.
Yes, good job.
How does he go to school? He walks to school.
Yes, he walks to school.
What does he do at school in the morning? Uh, his have lessons all morning.
He has lessons all morning. Has.
He has lesson all morning.
Yes, lessons all morning.
His have has lesson all morning.
Yes. Just remember to have the S at the end. It's lessons.
What does he do before he goes into the house? He takes his shoe off before he go into the house.
Yes, he takes his shoes off before he goes into the house.
He takes his shoe off before he go into the house.
Yes. Okay.
What does he do after lunch?
So this word, remember, does. Can you say does?
Does
Okay. And one more time, please.
What does he do after lunch? After lunch, he's ride his bike and then he does his homework.
Yes. So after lunch, he rides his bike and then he does his homework.
After lunch,
Go ahead.
he rides his bike and then does his homework.
Yes. Good job.
Does he have his dad in the garden? Yes, he does.
Yes. You got it. You said does correctly this time. Just make sure in the beginning also does. So let's do this one more time, please.
Does he have his dad in the garden? Yes, he does. What does
Oh, sorry. Yeah, the answer is already here. So, okay.
what does he do in the evening?
Again, let's go slow. Does.
What does he do in the evenings?
Mhm.
He reads or watch TV.
Yes, he reads or watches TV.
He reads or watches TV.
So in the sentence, it's watch, but when you answer the question, it's watches TV.
He reads or watches TV.
Great job. Okay. And then the
He,
last question. Mhm.
he tires after his busy days.
So is he tired after his busy day?
Is he tires after his busy day?
Yes, good job.
Yes, he is.
Sorry, can you answer it one more time?
Yes, he is.
Yes, good job. Good job. Thank you. It's a lot of questions. So, okay, so then now we can practice describing the daily routine. Who would like to describe their daily routine? It's good practice. Maybe Tommy, can you try describing your routine?
My name is Tony. I'm from Vietnam. I live with my mom and my brother. My house is in a countryside. My mom makes breakfast every morning. I usually have noodles every morning. I mm, I go to school after having breakfast. I go to school with my mom by motorbike. I study with my friend at school in the morning. I have to go to school in the morning. I go home at 43.
Sorry, what time? Sorry, can you do number 9 again?
Is 4. I go home at 4 p.m.
Okay.
I help my mom after school. I sometimes help my mom and my dad after school. I help mom cook meals, wash the dishes. I do my homework in the evening. I go to bed at 9 p.m.
Great job. Really good job. Thank you. And Martina, do you want to try practicing your daily routine?
What is your name? Where are you from? My name is Martina. I am from Poland. Who do you live with? Where is your house? I live with my parents and I live in a town. Who makes breakfast every morning? Sometimes but sometimes my parents do. What do you usually have for breakfast? Usually have sandwiches. What do you do after having breakfast? I usually go to school. How do you go to school? Sometimes I walk to it and sometimes I go there by bus. What do you do at school in the morning? I have lessons.
So just on number 6, how do you go to school? Can you answer that one again one more time, please?
Sometimes I walk to it and sometimes I go there by bus.
Okay, so the second one, that makes sense. You go there by bus. You could also say, sometimes I walk there
Okay.
instead of, yeah, because I walk to it isn't technically correct. So if you want to just say sometimes I walk there, that would be perfect.
Okay. Do you have to go to school in the afternoon? No, I haven't. What
No,
time?
you would say no, I don't.
Okay. What time do you go home? Every day is different because you know.
Why is every day different?
Because I in some days I have more lessons than in other days. That's why. What do you do after school? Mostly I sleep. Do you help your mom or dad after school? What do you do? Let's say my chores because I don't have any other idea. What do you do in the evening? Sometimes I play board games with my parents. What time do you go to bed? I go to bed at 9 o'clock.
Great job. Okay. And who would like to go next? Either Anna or Rose? Anna, go ahead.
What is your name? Where are you from? My name is Anna. I'm from Vietnam. Who do you live with? Where is your house? I live with my family and my house in a tower. Who makes breakfast every morning? My parents make breakfast every morning. What do you usually have for breakfast? I usually have a sandwich. What do you do after having breakfast? Um, I do my homework. How do you go to school? I go to school on foot. What do you do at school in the morning? I have some classes. Stress. Do you have to go to school in the afternoon? No, I don't. What time do you go home? I go home at 5 o'clock. Do you have your mom or dad after school? What do you do? Yes, I do. I help them to clean our house. What do you do after school? I go home. What do you do in the evening? Uh, I have dinner and watch TV. What time do you go to bed? I go to bed at 10 o'clock.
Excellent. Great job. Okay, and Rose, would you like to go next?
What is your name? Where are you from? My name is Bruce. I'm from Vietnam. Who do you live with? Where is your house? I live with my parents, with my grandparents and my brothers. Uh, my house in a country house who makes breakfast every morning. My mother makes my breakfast every morning.
Mother, you would say, yeah, you would say, my mother, just one mother, right? My mother makes breakfast every morning.
My mother makes my breakfast every morning. What do you usually have for breakfast? I usually have sandwich for my breakfast. What do you do after having breakfast? I go to school. How do you go to school? I go to school by bike. What do you do at school in the morning? I learn about a lesson and my favorite subjects. Do you have to go to school in the afternoon? Yes, I do. What time do you go home? I go home at um, 11 o'clock.
You go home.
What?
Sorry, you go home at 11 o'clock after school?
Yes.
11 o'clock at night.
11 o'clock.
At nighttime or in the morning?
No, I goes to home at 4 o'clock
Okay.
afternoon.
Okay, that makes more sense.
What time do you go home? I go home at 4 o'clock.
Mhm.
What do you do after school? I do my homework and play sports. Do you help your mom and dad after school? What do you do? I sometimes help my mom and my dad. I cooking meals with mom and do housework with dad. What do you do in the evening? I do my homework and watching TV. What time do you go to bed? I go to bed at 10 o'clock.
Great job. Thank you. Okay, and who would like to read this page? Martina?
The Swiss Family Robinson is a novel by Johann David Wood.
Mhm.
It's a very exciting story. The main characters are a mother and a father, and their 4 sons, Fritz, Ernest, Jack, and Franz. The family decides to travel a new country to live. They travel on a ship with lots of other people, but there is a big storm. The ship sinks, but the family swim to an island. There aren't any other people on the island, so the family is alone.
Good job. Okay, and Tommy, can you try reading this page, please?
Things from the ship, such as clothes and tools, to help them start a new life. He has lots of adventures on the island, and they learn a lot of important lessons. They find out that the island has everything they need to survive. First, they move from trees to build a house in a tree. When the weather is cold and wet, they move to a cave and make a home here. Make a home there. They grow vegetables and fruit from seeds, and they hunt animals for their meat. They use salt to keep their meat fresh for a long time, so they are never hungry. They cook food on a fire and they use plants to make paper and clothes. They learn a lot about nature and they enjoy their life on the island. One day they have a chance to leave the island and go home to Switzerland, but they decide that the island is their home now. They are happy with their new life and they don't want to leave.
Great job. Just this word here, can you pronounce it? I don't know if you can see it. Nature. Can you say nature?
Nature.
Yes. Good job. Okay, and who would like to answer the questions true or false? Martina?
I want to, but I don't see it.
Oh, you can't see the. Can you see it now?
No.
Oh, maybe connection. Okay,
Oh,
Anna?
I can see it.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
There are 3 children in the Robinson family. False. The
Oh.
Robinsons use plants to keep their meat fresh. I don't know.
Well, let's look. Okay. So it's in this paragraph in the second one. Can you see it here?
It's salt, not plants, so false.
Correct.
The Robinsons take tools from the ship.
Oh yeah, I see it. It's in the first sentence.
Yes, the answer is true.
Uh-huh.
The Robinsons built a house in a tree. True, I think.
Good job. Yes, that's true. Okay, I think that's the end of the lesson. Really good job, everybody. I know a lot of this is review. You already learned it, but it's good to practice. So any questions? Okay, thank you, everybody. Have a good rest of the night, afternoon, and I'll see you all on Sunday. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, teachers.